Welcome to Nosey Road this afternoon. It's Sunday, the 20th of April 1986, the final league game of the season here at Nosey Road between St Helens and Oldham. Now, I'll give you the two teams. First of all, St Helens, number 1, Vivas, 2, Ledger, 3, Sean Allen, 4, Laughlin, 5, McCormick, 6, Eric Hughes, 7, Neil Holding, 8, Paul Forber, 9, Graham Lipshot, 10, Andy Platt, 11, Paul Round, 12, Roy Haggerty, 13, Chris Arkwright, 2 subs, number 14, Mark Bailey, and 15, Paul Jones. The Oldham team, number 1, Atkinson, 2, Sherman, 3, Lydiard, 4, Mabarkey, 5, Edwards, 6, Ashton, 7, Kerwin, 8, Worrell, 9, Sanderson, 10, Lowndes, 11, Hogburn, 12, Graham, 13, Warnicky. 2 substitutes, number 14, Hawkyard, and number 15, Chisnall. Saints in the middle of a fabulous run at the moment. 12 league wins on the trot. Only lost 1 out of the last 14 matches, which of course was against Wigan in the Challenge Cup. And here come the Saints. Led very proudly by today's match mascot, Peter Clare. Now Peter's 8 years old and attends at Willow Tree County Primary School in Sutton Leach. And who knows, in a few years' time, he might be coming out there for real. Kicking skills a bit lax there, but this isn't rugby union, so we're all right. Looks better with the ball in his hands. Saints welcome back Barry Ledger this afternoon, who was hurt at during the game against Hull Kingston Rovers at Craven Park. The round of applause there for the Saints coach Alec Murphy. Saints coaching staff, in fact, very much on a high. Both sides had matches in midweek. Saints both against at Wembley opponents. The two sides will be playing each other at Wembley. Oldham beat Hull Kingston Rovers away, and Saints entertained Castleford here at Nosey Road in terrible conditions and produced a magnificent performance. Now we're waiting for this Oldham side. It shows you what an up and down game rugby league can be. Oldham win at Wigan on the Sunday and lose at home to the Saints the following Wednesday. Here come the Oldham team. Their change strip, more reminiscent of Halifax. Today's referee is Mr. Smith of Halifax. Will he be used to the Oldham colours? Roy Haggerty leading the mascot away. Two captains, Eric Hughes, and the big Australian forward, Mal Graham. Played in the Challenge Cup semi-final with a nasty ear injury. He was well padded up. But seems to have dried out considerably after Wednesday night. Two teams change ends. And it'll be Neil Holding to begin proceedings for the Saints. And away we go. To the Oldham right wing, Sherman. And it's the Saints forwards who are tackling like tanks at the start. Hooker, Sanderson. Oldham are going to rely on these two halfbacks, Ashton and Kerwin, to spread the play wide. It's Kerwin. Saints forwards in hard at the start. Phil Beavers fields for the Saints. Beats one. Holding. Ball forward. Fends one away, sends the ball wide to Laughlin. Laughlin to McCormick, controls the ball. Beats Graham. Good orthodox tackle by Mabaki. Chris Arkwright, acting halfback. Lip trot on the pivot, Holding. Eric Hughes, Haggerty. Superb ball by Roy Haggerty. Ball round, going. Down he's over. Well, what a great start for the Saints, Ron. Great second row play.
Brilliant again, Alex. What can we say this Paul round? He's had a few tremendous games. The last few games he's been really outstanding. Good break there by Haggerty. Held the ball well as round running up. He still had to score it, but he went like a train and just by the side of the post there. Brilliant.
Well, as we've been saying, Paul Round, one of the most improved players on the staff here at Nosey Road. And Murphy in midweek was saying quite categorically that Maurice Bamford should be having a look at this fella. Well, he's certainly getting on the end of things at the moment. Paul Laughlin converts. Well, Saints' first attack in earnest has produced the points. Total contrasting conditions from Saints' last match here. On Wednesday, the sun's out, a lot warmer, a lot drier. That's Ashton starting off. Platt attempting to drive through. Arkwright, Forber. Derek Hughes looking to restart. Liptrot. Holding. And Holding makes up for that the slack pass by retrieving the ball. Ball round. Andy Platt. Given some attention there by Sanderson and Lowndes. Arkwright. There's a buzz of anticipation every time Arkwright gets the ball in his hands these days. Nip trot to Laughlin. Ball hanging in the air. Oldham fullback Atkinson. Superbly tackled by Roy Haggerty. And that's Hogburn. The Oldham second row. Sanderson acting halfback. Ashton. Oldham's attempts to fling the ball out wide, thwarted there by good Saints tackling. Well, that was a promising run by winger Edwards. Just when we're talking about Saints' magnificent tackling, he gets a bit loose, Ron.
Yeah, it's just a little bit slack there. He just slipped through a gap. He saw the gap, he scooted through. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't lay the ball on. He just knocks it forward.
And referee Smith penalises the Oldham team for offside. No, it's not, handling out the scrum. Apologise. Paul Laughlin to kick for touch. Wind very, very strong. And the outcome indeed predictable today. Andy Platt. And Paul Forber. Tries to fend the defenders off. Neil Holding acting halfback. He goes blind. Liptrot. Liptrot, another forward who's been a revelation for the Saints in open play. Holding, Arkwright. Arkwright going for the half break. Superb ball to round. Bill Beavers gets a little tied up. Keeps the ball alive, shall we say? Now it's Eric Hughes. Neil Holding. Superb little dummy. Holding looked to grub at that ball then. Dummy shot through the gap. It's Oldham ball after the sixth tackle. That's Malgray, the big second row man. Kerwin breaks through. No support with him. Beavers make sure. Well, we said these Oldham halfbacks can be quite a dangerous pair. Graham stopped in his tracks. The ball goes to ground to knock on. Neil Holding to put the ball into the scrum for the Saints. Liptrot wins. Hughes. Beavers in the line. Taken care of by Atkinson. Liptrot to Platt. Paul Laughlin. It's Kevin McCormick. Acting halfback, Liptrot. Superb ball by Liptrot to Haggerty, the high-striding Haggerty. Now where's the support? Pens the full-back off. Can he go the length of the field? Oh, what a superb ball. What a superb run and pass by Roy Haggerty. Saints support superb. Well, full marks to Neil Holding there for supporting Roy Haggerty. Well, he must be knocking on Mollis Bamford's door, this fellow Haggerty, Ron.
Well, this is it. How can he be overlooked? They're playing tremendous. The back three, as they say. Round, Haggerty and Arkwright. And not a mention. Brilliant there by Haggerty. Quick ball there. He scooted through the gap. Fended two men off. Still going. Managed to get the ball out to Neil Holding in support. And a try to Saints. Laughlin now trying to convert it to make it 6 points. No, and he's just to the left of the post.
Thank you, Ron. Well, a good start made by Saints. And 10-0's the score. Two searing pieces of play by the Saints for those two tries. Oldham will be very dispirited. Eric Hughes checks the short one. Andy Platt full of running. Graham Liptrot, Paul Forber, not used. Neil Holding. This Arkwright down the line. Down the line by the Saints. Here's Ledger. Beats one. Superb support play by the second row, all round. Tremendous play by the Saints. Everyone wants the ball. Arkwright holding. Well, it was a very ambitious ball. Saints once again beginning where they left off on Wednesday night. That's Warnicky for Oldham. Sanderson, Mal Graham. Well tackled. Saints forwards in particular, absolutely hungry for the ball. Liptrot retrieves for the Saints. Out to Platt. Paul Laughlin. Referee wipes the slate clean. McCormick now. Platt. Liptrot. Eric Hughes. The ball's still alive. Now Barry Ledger. Beats one for pace. But a good tackle. Ball come towards the popular side. Well, bad luck there by Roy Haggerty. Looked to snatch at the ball in his eagerness to put it down the line. Oldham have it. Referee penalises the Saints defence for offside. Well, Ron, it's basketball again.
Yes, brilliant again, as we say. Out from one side to the other. Over to Ledger, up the wing, and the ball comes back across here. And Haggerty unlucky just had his fingers to it. I think it was going to go past him, but he thought it was for him, and he snatched at it.
The willingness of Saints forwards to part with the ball has been a revelation in this back end of the season. Sanderson, as ever, to restart for Oldham. That's prop forward Worrell. Sanderson again. It's the other prop, Lowndes. Well held by Round and Arkwright. Oldham switch to play. Pull back Atkinson. Nice play by Oldham. Haggerty in with the tackle and the ball goes forward. Well, Oldham must wonder what's hit them in their it's their second game, the return match against the Saints. Holding. Liptrot again with possession. Eric Hughes tries to find his way through. Arkwright. Always looking for the half break, Chris Arkwright. Holding. Hughes. Liptrot. Poor ball for Graham Liptrot, really, by his own high standards. Well, Oldham coming to a bit, Ron.
Yes, they're coming to a bit, but fair enough. A loose ball by Liptrot, and the older man picked it up, was heading towards the line. Paul Round was clearly obstructed in his effort to try and get over, but finally completed the tackle, and the ball went into touch.
Oldham ball. Kerwin falling on it. The first real test now for the Saints defence. Atkinson. Driven back by the Saints defence. That's good play. Ball inside to Graham. Graham looking for support. It's Kerwin. Very tricky customer, Kerwin. Sanderson. And Graham is the pivot, tries to get through. The ball's still out. Despite Arkwright's attempted a smaller tackle. Kerwin to Ashton. Ashton with the little chip kick. Booted dead there by the Saints cover defence. Drop out underneath the sticks. Holding with the grubbered kick. Oldham once again in possession. Kerwin, Ashton, drifted a lot in the wind. Referee, no option there but to give the scrum. Wind gusting from left to right. Referee penalises the Oldham hooker Sanderson for foot up. Paul Laughlin. Lip trot to Andy Platt. Still seems a very unaccustomed position for Andy Platt. First man in, but he's taken to it like a duck out of water. Up to water, rather. Arkwright holding. Haggerty. Looking for support. It's there in the form of Paul Forber. Lip trot Hughes. Hughes to Platt. Fends one off. It's the unfortunate Hogburn. That's Hughes. Lip trots. Cohen to feed the scrum after that knock on. Cohen to Ashton. Holding, misses the tackle. The cover defence does its job. And Cohen again. Trying to thread his way through. Dumped by Paul Forber. Sanderson. Ashton. Mal Graham. Referee signals advantage as Graham drops the ball. Lip trot. Holding. Holding inside to Lip trot to Forber. Roy Haggerty, which has always taken a bang on the ankle there. Holding. Grubbers through. Roy Haggerty coming back in the fray now. Cohen with a put in. Oldham have it again. Ashton. Well, all the popular side indicated the pass was forward. Referees were on with the whistle. Hughes takes care of Kerwin. Sanderson goes by himself. Paul round with the tackle. Kerwin acting half back. Kerwin on the loop. That's an excellent little grubber kick by the Oldham side there. They've not really used the wind to any degree yet, Ron.
No, Oldham haven't at all. They've just been trying to drive upfield, and as I said, they've not found the penetration yet, Alex.
Holding round the blind side. Well tackled by Warnocky. Arkwright now. Drawing 2 and 3 tacklers regularly, Chris Arkwright. Lip trot. Eric Hughes. Andy Platt. Lip trot. Well, superb dummy by Lip trot. Chris Arkwright. Arkwright to Round. Round to Holding. Scrum down now. Kerwin to put the ball in for Oldham. And winning it, Ashton. Mabaki. Well tackled there, Mabaki. Paul Laughlin. Ashton. Ashton again. Ashton to Kerwin. Oldham try to open play out. Looking to get away with that. That's the number 11 Hogburn. Juggling with the ball. Graham. Atkinson in the line. Very hefty fullback, this fella. It's number 2 Sherman. Sherman to Mabaki. Well, a very strange kick by Mabaki. Very unfortunate the Saints couldn't open the play out there. Arkwright. Once again. Drawing the Oldham defence in. Paul Forber. Arkwright. Arkwright to Liptrot. Liptrot the short ball. The 6th tackle coming up. Cries, very predictable cries of get him on side. Well, the idea was good. The application perhaps not so good from Chris Arkwright. Ashton. Superb tackle by Andy Platt. On the Oldham prop Lowndes. Ashton. Ball inside to Kerwin. Oldham lose possession. Saints have it. Now the ball should come down the line. Haggerty taking them on. Eric Hughes tidies up for the Saints. Neil Holding with that burst of speed. Mabaki up to no good. Laughlin. Arkwright. Hughes. Hughes to Vivers. And the knock on. Well, a few chances there on to open play out.
Yes, they're going well now, Saints. As I say, we was unlucky over here. The ball just went away straight over to the other side, and unfortunately Ledger fumbled it.
Once again, Kerwin to Ashton. Full back in the line. And Beavers with the missed tackle on Ashton. Holding tackle successfully. Oldham are looking for points on the board here. Superb ball out to Hogburn. Hogburn tackled by Phil Beavers. Ashton acting half-back. Warnicky loose forward. Mal Graham. Mal Graham's well held by 3 Saints tacklers. Sanderson looking for his options. Sanderson to Ashton. Ashton with an extravagant flick there. Kerwin out to number 10 Lowndes. Well, it's very pretty, but Oldham don't seem to be making much penetration. Ashton. Ashton to number 12 Mal Graham. Chip kicks through. And Beavers tidies up. It's a drop out. Well, certainly this Ray Ashton looks to be having a good game, Ron.
Yes, well, when we played Oldham at Oldham, he was only a substitute, and when he came on in the second half, he really made Oldham buzz. Or I should have said, buzz a little better than they had been.
Fullback Atkinson. Facing the front line of St Helens forwards, rather than me. Sanderson wants to quick play the ball, doesn't get it. Number 10, Lowndes. Once again, the tackling's good from the Saints forwards. Kerwin, a nice short ball. I think Neil Holding thought the ball was going loose then. Oldham still have it. Ashton the ball inside to Sanderson. Sanderson finds Kerwin. Kerwin is tackled by Chris Arkwright. Still on his feet. Sanderson. No support. That's Lowndes. Ashton. Haggerty read it superbly. Eric Hughes. Ledger beats one. Beats two. That's good play by Saints. Well anticipated by Roy Haggerty. Good support play. Now, buzz of excitement around this ground. Forber. Lip trot. The Oldham defender just got a hand to it. Now, a chance for consolidation for the Saints. The tackle count white clean. Neil Holding. Andy Platt. Andy Platt. Great support play. Lip trots. Paul Round. Paul Laughlin. Graham Liptrot. Andy Platt. Well, they received the ball more or less standing still. Neil Holding. Arkwright. Forber. Forber slips. Referee penalises him, saying that he was held. The elbows were down. Free kick to Oldham. Atkinson finds touch successfully. A planned move from Oldham. Lowndes. Sanderson. And Kerwin. Short ball by Kerwin. It's a big number 8 Worrell. Number 2 Sherman. 6 Ashton to Kerwin. Well, the ball wasn't played. Kerwin again. Ashton. Ashton gets the ball out to supporting Lowndes. Last tackle. Kerwin. Kerwin the short ball to Mabarki. Mabarki fires a pass out to Sherman. With the cover defence, 3 on to 1 there. Sherman didn't really have much of an opportunity. Phil Beeves are taking a knock. It's a free kick for the Saints. Laughlin puts it as far as he can, in touch with this very strong wind. And here's Andy Platt, tackled by Sanderson. Liptrot. And Paul Forber gets ahead of steam up. Beats 1. Beats 2. Good run that by Paul Forber. Once again made the most of his recent first team opportunities. Haggerty snatches a little bit at that one. Ashton. Ashton to Atkinson. Atkinson, Mabaki comes inside. Mabaki cleverly kicks through. Neil Holding sweeps up. Now the turn of speed, the quick acceleration to Loughlin. Loughlin beats one. Unfortunately, McCormick had overrun him. Great play by Neil Holding, tidying things up, setting Saints on the attack. Phil Beavers, Chris Arkwright. Andy Platt. Graham Liptrot. Roy Haggerty. Sean Allen. And Haggerty with a dummy. What a great ball. And what a good tackle too. Superb last-ditch tackle on Ledger. The Saints have the numbers here. Paul Round. Paul Round. He's over. Well, there was no way, on paper at least, that Paul Round could have scored that run, yet he made the most of it.
Brilliant work in the middle here. We seem to have been in our own half for ages. Brilliant work. Dummy on the blind side by Haggerty. Fed to Ledger. Must have run 40 odd yards. Was brought down. The ball come over the left. And then down, deep to Paul Round. And as Alex said, there was no way he could have got through. Just attacked the line. Was brought down but went over on his hands and knees. Brilliant. What more can we say?
Yes, Paul Round had it all to do when he came off his left foot there. He certainly did well. Must be question marks against the Oldham defence though. I don't think Frank Mile will be too pleased. Loughlin misses with the conversion. That's the score now, 14-0 into the Saints. About 5 minutes to go before half-time. Beavers now for the Saints. Andy Platt. Andy Platt. Graham Liptrot, Paul Forber. Liptrot dummies. Well taken by Paul Forber there. The defence had come up anticipating that. Holding. Haggerty. Well taken by Paul Round. Would Oldham have it? Lowndes down his ankle there. Haggerty again. Very determined in the tackle. Kerwin. Going to Sanderson. Sanderson still there. Ashton. That's a good ball through to Graham. Graham dummies. Mabaki was waiting there. Sherman acting half-back. Warnicky. Graham. Ashton. Kerwin this time, a little kick ahead. But the ball goes dead. Tap on the 25. Well, Ron, Oldham seem to be flogging a dead horse. He seems to have very little idea of breaking down the Saints' defence. Yeah,
very little idea. They've not got the penetration at all. They keep the ball going well, as they did on the last battle, but lacking in idea, sadly.
Well, certainly there was a chance for them to open their accounts by putting Mabaki away, but the play went inside. It's Arkwright now for the Saints. Paul Round acting half-back. Round on the loop. Superb play by Paul Round. Fending them off once again. He's still going. Oh, bad luck. He dropped the ball. Paul Round virtually playing a scrum half role there. Well, the referee's let that go. Very controversial decision, that. Warnocky. Chance for Oldham. Perhaps get some points on the board. Mal Graham. But the ball goes to ground. Neil Holding. Holding to Hughes. Will he put Laughlin away? Laughlin comes inside, fends off Kerwin. He's going now. A very long stride, Paul Laughlin. Arkwright to Hughes. Hughes to Liptrot. Holding. Holding to Beavers in the line. Sean Allen. Sean Allen. Ledger. Beavers. Scintillating rugby from St Helens. Great supporting play. This man round again. Taking 3, even 4 older defenders to stop him. They're saying sweep this ball towards the popular side. Oh, that's bad luck once again. Well, certainly Ron Saints threatening every time they put this ball down the line.
Oh yes, threatening again there, Alex, as you say. Just a case of it was coming over here with plenty of overlap. Too many hands, I think. Unfortunate.
Kerwin to put him for Oldham. And they get the free kick. Oldham forwards trying to drive through. Sanderson, Lowndes. Sanderson again, acting half-back. Kerwin. Kerwin to Mal Graham. Graham stays on his feet. Warnocky, Ashton, Mabaki. Mabaki showing his pace. Neil Holding after him. Well, full credit to Neil Holding there. That was good cover by Neil Holding there, Ron.
Yes, brilliant cover there. I didn't think he could have got to him. And Barkey going through very fast. He had a fine game at Oldham where he played full back. But good touch there by Barkey. First class tackling, Holding.
Arkwright. Dangerous every time he gets the ball. He takes the Oldham defence on. Liptrot. Round again. Well, fending Oldham players off. Gets a bit of treatment there. Referee doesn't see that, he's 20 yards away. Liptrot. Liptrot to Haggerty. Haggerty comes inside. Got a little run by Haggerty there. Neil Holding. Liptrot. Misses out Hughes to Arkwright. Arkwright, well, the support's there. What a superb final ball. What a superb final ball there from Arkwright to Platt. Oldham players now walking disconsolately back to their own post. Well, Ron, once again we've been championing Chris Arkwright for Great Britain. It's about time Bamford patched up his differences.
I hope he's here having a look. After a good display, as I say, at Salford, even though we not only just won, but a great display. And these back row, I don't know, Platt, Round, Haggerty, and Arkwright. Brilliant work there by Arkwright. Saw the gap, scooted through. Plenty Saint support. Vivers was up in support on the right hand side, and Platt on the inside. He gave it Platt, and he went over for the try.
Well, half-time hooter goals. Half-time score, Saints 20, Oldham 0.
Welcome back to Nosey Road for the second half. This old St Helens versus Oldham. Saints leading at present 20 points to 0. My name's Ron Hoof. I'll be with you for the next 40 minutes. Oldham kick off. Arkwright to take the ball. Arkwright running hard into the Oldham defence. Graham Littrot as ever. Brings it left to Paul Farber. Andy Platt running into Mick Waddle. Just unlucky there. Barry Ledger scoops up. Gets the ball away to Paul Loughlin. Paul Loughlin driving in. Oldham with some rather ferocious tackling there. Graham Littrot brings it left to Neil Holding. And a slice kick by Neil Holding. Ringman here, Edwards gets the ball. Lydiard. Paul Round now had a knock on the... Ooh, nasty leg knock there, Paul Round. Yes, Edwards the winger there. I think he tried to headbutt Paul Round's knee, but unsuccessfully. He's in a lot of pain there, Paul Round. I think he'll have to come off. Played well, Paul Round. Definitely man of the match for the first half. Oldham restart now, taking the ball forward. Mick Waddle driving forward. Plenty of attention there. Oldham kicking it, ball kick through. Well received by Neil Holding as he drives away. Just unlucky there, Neil Holding. Oldham kick the ball through. We must be back to 6 tackles. Yes, the referee's waved him off now. Andy Platt looking to unload, just can't get shut. Neil Holding acting half back, bringing it back to Paul Loughlin to kick downfield with this very strong wind. Good kick there by Loughlin. Full-backs there. Atkinson running forward now. Dummies, the wingman in support. Still going Atkinson into Saints half. Good solo run by Atkinson there. Come back to near where the kick started. Oldham bringing it left. Ashton, long ball to Lydiard. Looped round to Warnicky. Warnicky chinking up and down in the middle. Good tackle by Vivers there. Oldham looking to get some points on the board now. Work to Warnicky and he knocks on. Scrum down 20 yards in front of St Sticks. The big cheer goes up as Paul Round comes back on field. Just come off for a little treatment. Still looks as though he's limping a bit, but I'm sure that won't deter him. Well, Alex, what do you reckon of that?
Looks like a dead leg, Ron. Certainly Alex Murphy was very reluctant to keep Paul Round on the bench.
Oldham in possession. Sanderson acting half-back, moving it right as Oldham try to attack the bottom corner. Oldham bring the ball left across the face of the goal. Saints well up there. Graham in attack, but well tackled by Saints. Oldham, Ashton brings it right. It's a big forward waddle. Brought down just short of the line. Oldham again, little up and under. Well held by Vivers. Unfortunately, pushed back over the line. We'll have to restart from in front of the posts. Nice to see Barry Ledger back in harness. He ended a run of 27 consecutive match appearances when we played Salford, but he's back in the team now. Atkinson running hard again. A good run by Atkinson again. He's gone another 50 yards again. Tries to get the ball inside, and he successfully does. And Oldham score just by the sticks. Well, Alex, a good run by Atkinson, and Oldham score.
Well, a good run by Atkinson, certainly. He's quite a hefty fullback, this fella. He's been knocking him down on several occasions, coming up from the back in the first half. A good support play also by Mal Graham, and credit to them. Oldham now bringing off their number 11. Looks like the number 11. Well, they're bringing on Hawkyard. And taking off Hogburn. Waddle with the conversion and 2 points.
Yes, a conversion there by Waddle. Puts Oldham on the points chart now. 6 points to Oldham, 20 points to Saints. As you say, good try there by Mal Graham. Good work by the Oldham fullback. Atkinson come up in the line there. Twice. Quick succession. Good long kick there. Oldham running it upfield now. Oh, not well jumped by Haggerty. Super tackle there by Arkwright and Haggerty. Fresh man here now. Hawkyard trying to drive forward. Saints tackling looks a bit more ferocious now. They mustn't like the idea of Oldham scoring. Paul Farber in, banging him down there. Oldham now bringing it left. Long ball there. And well again. Oh, unlucky. Barry Ledger had the interception, but unfortunately he was quickly tackled by Lydiard. A good smother tackle by Lydiard. Saints have the ball, bringing it left now. Arkwright to Paul Farber across the line. Quick ball to Haggerty, just can't get hold of it. Oldham come away with the ball in the shape of Umbarke. Kerwin acting half back, tries to get it going left to Graham. Graham slips through one tackle there, but he doesn't get past Andy Platt. Paul Round comes in to give him a help. Graham playing the ball to Sanderson. Sanderson trying to make inroads into Saints half. 10 yards from the halfway line now. Back to Kerwin. Kerwin looking for the gap. Scoots through the gap. And he loses the ball there. The ball is facing his own line. The referee says it went back, so we carry on now. Oldham coming left. Hawkyard trying to drive forward. Brushes off Graham Liptrot. Support inside from Mal Graham. Support inside again from Mick Waddle. Looking for the loop again. Mal Graham looking for the loop. Good bit of play there by Oldham, Alex.
Well, certainly Mal Graham there was unlucky not to set Oldham some more Oldham points. Saints defence, well, certainly looked ferocious when they got in the Oldham 25.
It's unlucky there, Roy Haggerty again. Charge down a promising Oldham move. Scrum down now, 10 yards from Saints line. Kerwin to feed. And he comes out with the ball. Oldham on attack now. Ashton trying to go forward. Well tackled by Saints. Pushed back a couple of yards now. Sanderson. Ashton down now. Attempting to play the ball, yes. Away we go again. Lowndes driving forward. Sanderson acting halfback. Want to move this ball right to Warnocky and to Big Waddle. Mal Graham on the burst. Looking dangerous, this Mal Graham. Well tattled there by Saints. Paul Loughlin running back in the line. Oldham swinging it right again. Forward pass there to Mbake, but he's well tattled. Ball's out. The wingman there, Sherman, attempting to get over. Last tattle now for Oldham. Oldham bring it left. Mal Graham looking for a little grubber through. It must be the changeover now. 6 tackles, yes, the changeover. Oldham received the ball. And Saints bring it away. Velviva's acting half-back. Gives to Paul Farber. Paul Farber running forward. Good tackling by Oldham there. 3 in at the tattle. Short ball to Roy Haggerty on the inside. Saints moving it left. Chris Arkwright looks for the half break. Yes, sees the half break. Platt in support. Platt breaking through. No support with him. The Oldham defence coming up. Platt's outpacing him. Brilliant Platt. Oh, up to Eric Hughes in support. Oh, brilliant Saints. Must have run a full 60 yards there. Trying to get up. Quick play the ball to Paul Round. To Andy Platt. Ball's touched by the Oldham man. Neil Holding now has the ball. Neil Holding looks to get through. Arkwright. Arkwright still going. Is he going over? Oh, he's tackled right on the line. Is he going to wave these 6 tackles off? The ball's out. Neil Holding looking for support. Who's there? Andy Platt, and he's under the sticks. Brilliant work there by Saints. Instigated by Chris Arkwright there. The ball comes out to Holding, and Platt in support as ever. The move originally held by Platt. He made a 40-odd yard break. Well, Alex, what can we say?
Well, Andy Platt started that run and he finished it. Superb, just when we think that the move was coming to naught. Superb short ball by Neil Holding. Well, Andy Platt looks rather out of breath, and no wonder. Absolutely superb run. Loughlin converts. 26-0, and Oldham going to make another change run.
Yes, Oldham making another change now. Sanderson, the Uka, coming off, and Chisnall going on. He's been doing quite well in the scrums, this Sanderson, so perhaps we might get a bit more ball now. £26 points to 6 in Saints' favour now. Oldham to restart. Ashton to resume the game. Tries a lofted kick in this strong wind. Andy Platt's up to it there. Brilliantly taken by Andy Platt. Graham Littrot as acting half-back. Moving the ball left to Paul Farber. Bringing it right inside. Quick return pass. Arkwright through. Lacking his support. Haggerty, but he didn't see Haggerty. Over to Paul Farber. Ball going left now. Paul Farber looking through for the gap. Phil Weaver's up in the line there. Neil Holding brings it right. Andy Platt in support again. Saints driving forward to the Oldham line now. Neil Holding brings it right again to Eric Hughes across the line. Graham Liptrot. Phil Weaver's in the line, just gets the ball out in the tackle to Paul Round. Over here to Sean Allen. Sean Allen inside to Barry Ledger. Barry Ledger jinking through. Oh, tried to unload there, but very unlucky. Saints bring the ball into the middle of the pitch now. Lovely ball here now. Arkwright, yes, ball to Holding. Overlap here, Paul Loughlin. Paul Loughlin goes to the line. He's over himself, yes. Good try ball, Paul Loughlin. Brilliant teamwork by Saints, and well-deserved try.
Well, the linesman's got his flag up there. It was a superb try by Saints on the last tackle as well. They decided to run it. It looked dangerous every time the ball's gone down the line this afternoon. Paul Loughlin finishing in style. Look to try and convert his own score now. Saints coach Alec Murphy giving Ledger some instructions.
Paul Loughlin to attempt to convert his own try. He's kicked 37 already this season. 34 before today's match. He's already kicked 3 today. He's got the win with him. There it is, lining up there, and I think it's just come right. And oh, it's there, right between the sticks. A brilliant kick by Paul Loughlin. 32 points to 6 now in Saints' favour. Oldham to kick off yet again. We beat them well at Oldham, 38 points to 12, with some sterling performances. Tries from Holding, Platt, Ledger 2, McCormick 2, and Loughlin 7 goals. So we're on course again. Ashton to resume. Lofted ball again. Platt up again. Oldham scoop it back. Oldham in possession now. Lowndes driving forward. Lowndes to Graham. Graham acting half back to Warnock. He plays it right to Ashton. Kerwin up in support as ever there. Little live wires these. Kerwin and Ashton. Penalised Saints there. Oldham to kick for touch. Just gains a few yards now. 20 yards from Saints line. Oldham in possession. Kerwin to play the ball. To Worrell. Round the movement to Graham. Lowndes on the burst. Well tackled by Saints. Arkyard running forward. 10 yards from Saints line now. Oldham on attack. Bringing the ball left to Kerwin to Ashton. Ashton trying to jink through. Short ball to Graham. Looks slightly forward. Ball out again. Well tackled with Vivers and Paul Farber. Oldham bringing it left. Kerwin looking for the gap, but there's no way through. Chisnell now acting halfback. Brings it round the back to Ashton. Lydiard up in the line, looking to get the ball out. He loses the ball. Saints have possession now. The Vivers acting halfback. Comes out to clear the line. Down the blind side to clear the line. Andy Platt acting halfback to Haggerty. Haggerty bursting through. Getting another 10 yards there. Brilliant this Haggerty. Saints moving it left. Arkwright looking for the half the gap. Sees it. Oh, he's still going. Arkwright still going. Arkwright. Farber in support. Arkwright still going. Looking at the inside. Into Oldham half. 10 yards into Oldham half now. Arkwright's in with the ball there. Brilliant run. Only needs half a gap and he's away. Sean Allen acting halfback now. Moving it left. Saints moving it left. Graham Littrot. Barry Ledger hungry for work in the middle. Acting halfback. Moves it to Andy Platt. Going over there. Long pass to Neil Holding. Neil Holding turns inside to Paul Round. Paul Round going forward. Paul Round breaks through one. Unlucky. Just had hold of him by his ankles. Phil Vivers up in the line. Moves it left. Neil Holding. Long pass to Paul Loughlin. Jinks past one. Brings the ball inside to Phil Vivers along the line. Paul Round. Down to Paul Farber. Long pass over to Haggerty. Haggerty breaks through one. Overlap here. Haggerty inside to Sean Allen. And he's over, is he? Yes, he's over for a try there. Good try by Sean Allen. Ball brilliantly moved from one side to the other. Well finished by Saints, Alex.
Oh, once again, Ron, on the sixth tackle. Saints keep the ball alive, go down the line with absolutely devastating results. Good pass from Paul Round, keeping the ball alive. A superb centres pass from Roy Haggerty. Superbly timed ball. And Sean Allen goes over. Tremendous football. Well, this Oldham team look very, very dispirited indeed.
Paul Loughlin lining up for his kick as Mick Worrell comes off here. Number 11 going back on for him. Hogburn. Loughlin going for goal. Is it coming in? No, just to the right of the posts. Score now 36 points to 6 in Saints' favour. Ray Ashton to restart once again. 20 minutes gone in the second half now, and the Saints have scored 16 points. Tremendous performance midweek against Castleford, as we say, 62 points to 12 in atrocious conditions. It was very heavy rain here this morning, but it's dried up lovely. It's burn in the middle, but it's dry, that's the main thing. Saints have the ball. Roy Haggerty wins the ball. Brilliantly gone up there by Roy Haggerty with this ball. Oldham trying these floated kicks down the blind side here. Andy Platt nearly into Oldham half now. Sean Allen acting half back. Raise it left to Graham Liptrot. Arkwright moves it across to Farber on the run. Eric Hughes to receive the ball. Moves it right to Arkwright. To Graham Liptrot. Beavers in the line. The overlap again. Haggerty again in the centre. Haggerty going down the wing. Ledger inside. Haggerty, yes, he dives over Haggerty. Brilliant work by Haggerty. Short ball out of Beavers down the line here. Haggerty going like a train. Had Ledger on the inside, but he elects to go himself, takes the man on and bounces the ball down over the line. Brilliant talent.
Well, once again, Roy Haggerty does the damage in the centre position. Absolutely tremendous run there, no stopping him, and he applauds the crowd as well. Nice touch from Roy Haggerty there. Well, if nothing else, Ron, Ray Ashton's getting plenty of practice in these lofted kick-offs of his.
Yes, that's about all he is getting practice in, Alex. Performances that we are back again to Bamford. Performances like this off our back three, going unrecognised. I know it's not the final team. It's only a penciled-in team, but barring injury and that. Lachlan attempted to kick there, turn left. 40 points to 6 now for Saints. Where is it going to end? 22 minutes gone now in the second half. Another 20 points on the board. Brilliant rugby by Saints. Form like this, we're just peaking nice. Pity help who gets us in this Premiership playoff next week. They give over with the lofted kick. They're having no joy with it, so he tries a deep kick. Ashton, Paul Round to retrieve. Paul Round running hard. I don't know what they're putting in this round's tea, but it's good stuff. Saints bringing the ball left. Paul Farber going like a bomb. Graham Liptrot now acting half back. Bringing the ball right to Arkwright. Platt come through on the dummy run there, and Arkwright kept hold of the ball. Neil Holding now, jinking through, still going Neil Holding. Sees the gap, half the gap. Beavers in support again, we're down this side again. Who's here again? Haggerty, who's in support? Sean Allen, he takes the ball through. Ledger in support. He gives it Ledger. Brilliant work there, and Ledger's over. Well, brilliant work again. Down this side again. Beavers starting it off to Haggerty. Haggerty inside to Allen. Allen twists round, gives it to Ledger. Ledger finishes it off. 10 yards to the right of the post. Brilliant again, Alex.
Well, almost a carbon copy there, Ron. Roy Haggerty, yet again, from the centre position, running very hard, just fending opponents off. And the floodgates have opened now, very much so. Oldham look a dispirited, very sad side.
Paul Lachlan now attempting to convert this Ledger try, a bit easier for him, a bit nearer the posts. Holiday kick 4 today. Lachlan lining up, and to the right of the post this time. 44 points to 6. 9 tries already, we've scored only 4 conversions. As we say, we're trying a different fella. Kerwin's kicking off, I think. No, he's just lining it up. Oldham kick deep. Sean Allen picks the ball up, running forward. Graham Liptrot takes it left to Paul Farber. Paul Farber pushes one off, still going. Ashton trying to get him down, and Warnocky. Neil Holding, back to Paul Loughlin. Kicks it downfield, good kick by Loughlin. Clears the full back. Ball going behind Oldham's try line, and it just runs dead. Terrific win there. Give the Saints a breather now. Kicking downfield, Oldham to restart. 25-yard tap out. Warnocky to restart. Up to Chisnall on the run. Warnocky acting half-back now. Brings it over to Lowndes. They're just here to make the numbers up, this Oldham side. They're not doing much at all. Hogburn back on. Approaching the halfway line now. Back to Kerwin. Kerwin nearly gets in Saints half. Lowndes tackled right on the halfway line. To Kerwin, scoops it up. Quick burst through. Inside pass. To Warnocky, splits the Saints defence open. Good tackle by Beavers. Brilliant last line of defence. He kicks out at Beavers. Nobody bothers. Linesman doesn't bother. Referee there. But change over now. Change over Saints ball. Bad bit of play there. Warnocky kicks out. That's Beavers. Anyway, Saints ball now. Eric used to restart. Plays it to Roy Haggerty. Brings it to Arkwright. Arkwright looking for the half gap. Tackled by both Oldham substitutes. Liptrot there. Brings it right. Andy Platt. We're down this side again. Andy Platt trying to get it out. Just can't get it out. Sean Allen acting half-back. Moves it. Oh, he's going on his own, Sean Allen. Sees the gap, comes down here, looking for support. Eric Hughes there, he just couldn't get it out to Eric Hughes. Eric Hughes acting half-back now. Liptrot, over to Arkwright. Arkwright dummies and goes through, sees the gap, brilliant Arkwright. Just can't get his ball away. Oh, the ball goes down, goes to Oldham. Ray Ashton. We'll just give him a feel of what the ball's like, they've not had much lately. Oldham trying to bring it away now. Inside pass to Hawkyard. He's well brought down by Graham Liptrot. Ashton tries to take it right. Graham brought down. Kerwin acting halfback. Moves it right to Ashton. Right again. Hogburn. Hogburn breaks through one, breaks through two. Going for the line. Well tackled by Saints. Right in front of the sticks. 20 yards from Saints line. Last tackle now for Oldham. Warnocky trying to drive forward. Inside pass to Mal Graham. It doesn't go to him. Andy Platt has the ball. Andy Platt trying to break forward. Long ball out. Ooh, long ball out there to Jones. To McCormick, I beg your pardon. Neil Holding. Neil Holding coming away. Kicks. High ball. Oldham wingman Edwards knocks it back. Tackled by Barry Ledger.
I think Neil Holding must have thought he was at Twickenham there, Ron.
Yes, Alex. Yes, Alex. Oldham in possession now. Trying to penetrate Saints' defence. Inside to Mal Graham. Well tackled by Saints. Round in there again. Having a good game this round. No danger. Oldham now Lowndes inside to Kerwin. Kerwin looking for the half gap. Tries to dummy forward, but going to Paul Farber's arm, but unsuccessfully. Oldham playing the ball. Ashton, sharp ball there. Well tackled. Last tackle for Oldham now. Ashton, little dummy kick through. Well taken there by Saints. Can't get over his line. Yes, he just scrambles over the line. Brilliant piece of work there. Brilliant piece of work there. Phil Beavers. Tackled well behind the line and takes the ball over the line to keep the ball alive. Saints now trying to drive forward. Graham Liptrot brings it left. Arkwright. Graham Liptrot tucked in half-back now. Brings it right. Paul Loughlin. Inside here, it's Haggerty on the burst. Just loses his footing. Last tackle for Saints now. First time we've had 6 tackles in our own half for quite some while. Arkwright looking for the gap, sees at the half gap, gets the ball out to Vivers in support. Back to Eric Hughes, brings it left to Roy Haggerty. Roy Haggerty looking for the gap, tries to get it out. Fancy back pass, brilliant pass there. Eric Hughes, Neil Holding, Paul Farber loses the ball. Oldham have the ball now. Last tackle there, just couldn't get it going. Oldham running forward now. Chisnall approaching 25-yard line. Kerwin acting half back. There's a ball to Lowndes. Lowndes trying to drive forward. Kerwin again to receive. Brings it left. Chisnall, short ball from Chisnall to Hawkyard. And a ball to Graham. Short ball to Graham. And Graham's over under the sticks. Well, they did well there to get that ball out there, Alex.
Well, Mal Graham flew through the gap there. Haven't been many opportunities for Oldham. They took that one well. Saints must be getting a bit tired through running the tries here today. Make the substitution. Sean Allen rather goes off, replaced by Mark Bailey. It's a good hand from the popular side crowd.
Roy Haggerty just announced as man of the match. Saints also now going to bring on number 15 Paul Jones for Andy Platt. Yes, this ball is blowing over in this heavy wind as Oldham attempt to convert this try. And Barkey coming up to hold the ball. Atkinson for Oldham, lining up for this conversion. And it's there. Oldham gets another 6 points on the board. 44 points to Saints, 12 points to Oldham now, as Saints get the substitute on now. Paul Jones coming on for Andy Platt. Platt getting the applause of the crowd. Oldham now trying to bring the ball forward. Lowndes, well tackled by Arkwright. Lydiard there, acting half-back, swings it right. Mark Bailey, straight in the tackle. Straight in the thick of it. Bailey and Jones. Jones just slips. Misses the tackle. Oldham trying to bring it left. Last tackle now for Oldham. Kerwin to Ashton. Ashton will kick. No, he doesn't. Wrong again. To Mbarki. He loses the ball. Saints scoop it up now. Saints Neil Holding acting half-back. Brings it right to Jones. Jones driving forward. Neil Holding again acting half-back. Right again. Arkwright. Over to Liptrot. To Paul round. Eric Hughes there. Eric Hughes up in support. About 7 minutes to go with this match. Saints comfortably in the driving seat. Arkwright looking for the half break again. Goes through. Approaching the halfway line now. Oldham have got the ball. Oldham bringing it left to Lydiard. Lydiard down this left-hand touch. Tries to get inside to Edwards, who gets it inside to Mal Graham, ever again in support. And Oldham are brought down about 2 yards from Saints' try line. Good little bit of running there by Oldham. Warnocky tries to kick through. Whoa, Neil Holding makes no mistake. Hoofs it right into the back of the Eddington stand. Well, Alex, a little frightener there, but we come out of it well.
This is a good ball by Lydiard. Perhaps he didn't know he had support. A good lofted pass. Once again, Graham showing up for Oldham. Neil Holding, I believe he used to be quite a promising soccer player, Ron. That's justified with that kick.
Yes, well, make no mistakes, even though you're well in the lead, make no mistakes. Saints drop it out now with the wind. Mbarki running forward. Well tackled, comes over left and well tackled by Mark Bailey and Graham Liptrot. Oldham looking a bit more lively than they have been. Hawkyard there, well tackled. Warnocky out in half-back, brings it right to Kerwin. Kerwin looking for the gap, charged down by Jones, ball's loose, play on, no, that's it. Neil Oldham juggles with it, well held there. Referee had let play on, Malgraham tried to get it out, Neil Oldham got his fingers to it, and Saints have possession. Ball round knocked in half-back, trying to bring it away. Spreads the ball out to arc right, he dummies, looks for the gap, just can't get through. Brought down by Hawkyard. They've trot now, bringing it left to Roy Haggerty again. Roy Haggerty beats one. They just snatch it back. Ball's out. Bringing it left. Neil Oldham again. Ball round picks up. Ball round driving in. Saints moving it left now. Oldham changes direction. Back to Loughlin. Ball's going downfield. This the help of this strong wind. Favourable bounce. Oldham have the ball. Oldham trying to come forward. Full-back's on his own. Tackled by Mark Bailey. No support. Well tackled by Mark Bailey. Did well to get there. Warnocky drumming round the full-back. Gets the ball out there. Chisnall gets the ball out. And Oldham driving forward. Oldham quick to play the ball now. Looking a bit more lively. Ashton looking for a gap. Inside ball to Mbaki, loses the ball again. Knock on. Is it? Offside. Offside, the referee said. No. Knock on. Beg your pardon. Knock on. Scrum down now. In the Saints 25-yard line. Neil Oldham to put in. Ball comes out Saints side. Oldham gets the ball out to Bailey. Bailey hands one off. Still going forward. Still going forward, Mark Bailey. Brilliant run there. How we got through there, I don't know. Not been many scrums this second half. In fact, that's the first Saints have won. Beaver's in the line here. Down to Ledger. Ledger only the full-back to beat. Tries a little kick through. The full-back gets his foot to it, and the ball's in touch. Well, looking dangerous again, Alex.
Yes, unlucky there, Barry Ledger. It's amazing the difference, well, in this case, two fresh pairs of legs can make. Superb break by Mark Bailey. Saints put it wide down the line again.
Neil Oldham to feed. And he retrieves the ball. He's still scampering forward, Neil Oldham. Nearly went over his stealther on his hands and knees. Barry Ledger, acting half-back, tries to play the ball. Oldham man quickly up, and Saints are losing ground. They must have been offside. They're not getting back at all. The referee's not keeping them back. Barry Ledger plays the ball up, and the ball goes into touch. Comes back at an angle, and the ball goes into touch. About 3 minutes to go in this game now. Saints comfortably in the lead, 44 points to 12. Having running in 9 tries and 4 goals. The ball's out Oldham side. Well tackled there. Oldham trying to bring the ball away with Edwards. Breaks through one tackle, but there's no way he gets through there. Eric Hughes and Mark Bailey. And Barkey trying to bust through. Lively little character, this fella. Well brought down there. Ashton acting half back. Short ball onto Chisnall. Chisnall well tackled. Oldham again. Trying to make inroads through. Last tackle now for Oldham. Lowndes looking for go through. Throws the ball anywhere. Arkwright picks it up. Arkwright unloads. Well picked. Oh! I don't know. Arkwright picks up as he tries to unload. And the referee rules it was a forward pass. Scrum down now near the halfway line. Oldham to feed the scrum. Comes out Oldham side. Ashton turns it right. Full back up in the line. Inside to Mbaki. Mbaki running forward. Oldham again trying to drive forward. Oldham looking a bit more lively. Kerwin there up in support. No support. Throws the ball out. Saints have the ball. Loose ball. Saints drop on the ball. Well played Phil Beavers. Farber side to Jones. Jones over the 25-yard line now. Paul Farber acting half-back. Ball moved left. Paul Farber coming on his own. Still going. Bailey over to Graham Liptrot. Graham Liptrot sees half the gap inside to Neil Holding in support. Ball back over this side to Chris Arkwright. Looks for half a gap. Bailey there in support. Gets the ball out. Bailey jinking through 1-2 just into Oldham half now. Neil Holding brings it right. Eric Hughes. Roy Haggerty gets the ball out to Jones. Jones going in field. Eric Hughes acting half-back. Takes it left. Neil Holding. Ooh, bad ball to Graham Liptrot. Did well to pick it up. Look through the gap. Liptrot tries to pass in front of the man. Ball knocked forward by Oldham. Ball went loose. Oldham retrieved it. But he knocked on in the process. All on full time now. Neil Holding to feed the scrum. Ball's in. Out Saints side. 3 scrums each, second half. Mark Bailey, Phil Weaver's in the line-up. Combined well, Phil Weaver's out to Eric Hughes. Lachlan there line-up, Lachlan stretching his legs. He's still going, Lachlan. Gets the ball out to Barry Ledger. Unfortunately, couldn't get the ball out. He got the ball out. There's the final Luton now. Once again, a fine game. Saints running out winners by 44 points to 12. And I'll also mention for today's mascot, Peter Clare. What another memorable match for the mascots. They had a good match on Wednesday night against Castleford. As I say, Peter Clare, I bet he's enjoyed his day today at Saints.
Leeds. I'll just run through the teams with you. St Helens first, of course. Number 1, Phil Weavers. Number 2, Barry Ledger. Number 3, Sean Allen. Number 4, Paul Lachlan. Number 5, Kevin McCormick. Number 6, Eric Hughes. Number 7, Neil Holding. Number 8, Tony Burke. Number 9, Graham Liptrot. Number 10, Andy Platt. 11, Paul Round. 12, Roy Haggerty. 13, Chris Arkwright. 14, Gary Bailey. 15, Paul Farber. And here come the Saints. Leading them out is today's mascot, which is young Paul Sefton. Paul is 8 years old and attends St Anne's Junior School at Sutton. There he is, running at the side of Eric Hughes, our captain. I'll just run through the lead side for you now. Number 1, Wilkinson. Number 2, Sharp. Number 3, Creaser. Number 4, Gibson. Number 5, Smith. Number 6, Haig. Number 7, Conway. Number 8, Gratian. Number 9, Ward. Number 10, Keith Rain. 11, Owen. Number 12, Kevin Rain. Number 13, Heron. Number 14, Gunn. And 15, Medley. Today's referee, Mr. Smith of Halifax. Here we have the captains coming to the centre with today's mascot. A fine day here at St Helens. Plenty of vocal support for Saints here. Alec Murphy down the bottom, Dave Chisnall accepting the plaudits of the crowd. The mascot there trots off. Saints to kick off. Saints playing to the scoreboard end. Neil Holding to kick off. And we're away. Good deep kick by Neil Holding. Leeds retrieve the ball and drive him forward. David Ward acting half-back, spraying it out, bringing it forward. Good tackling there by Platt and Paul Round. Ward again, feeds it onto Rain, drives forward. Ward again, as ever. Leeds going over the 25-yard line. Half breaks through, Heron there. David Ward again. Leeds bring it left.